been reading your diary and you have been naughty. Let's talk about how you can turn your checkered past into a profit. If you're new here, I'm Solo Shannon, and I teach people how to take their lived experience and turn it into income. And today, we're going to talk about your dirty little secrets. We all have them. Skeletons in our closet, things that we've done that maybe no one knows about. But did you know that there's a market for your madness? That people want to read about your experience? They want to hear and listen to the tales and the stories that you have to tell, and that you can get paid for telling it. I try to make things as easy as possible, step by step. And I'm telling you that one of the best things that you can do as a creator or anyone who wants to start monetizing their experience, their skills, or their life story, you've got to start building an audience. And you have a couple of choices. You can either go to social media. I started on TikTok and Instagram, but I quickly learned that social media doesn't really mean anything in terms of building a business or even an audience who's interested in buying your books or digital products. Short form media is more about just that instant entertainment value. But people who really are invested in stories, they're going to Substack. If you want to build a sustainable income online right now, late 2025, going into 2026, many people, including myself, who are having a lot of success, are doing it with Substack and YouTube. And Substack is hungry for your story. And before you go telling me that you've had a boring life, I know that's not true. All of us that are over 50 years old, we've experienced things that younger people never got an opportunity to. Like the kind of freedom that we had, our parents not even knowing where we were most of the time and rarely even caring. I bet you're full of stories, just like I am, like the time I got arrested at my first concert when I was 13 years old, or the deep, dark secrets I've been hiding about my family for the last 30 years. People want to hear your dirty laundry. They want to know how you survived. What happened to you? What impact did it have on your life? How did you keep going afterwards? How did it change you? How did it change the relationships around you? Some of the most profitable Substacks are memoirs, people telling their story, sharing the adventures that they've had throughout their lives, the challenges, and how they've overcome them. It's been an absolute marvel to me to watch ordinary people just like us sharing their story on Substack and monetizing from day one on Substack. From the moment that you open up your writing account, you can charge subscriptions. You can sell your products and your services. And if you go at it with a plan and a strategy, you can monetize really quickly. I went without a list at all. I started from scratch, and I got my first client in just 17 days on Substack. And it was from sharing my personal story, sharing the struggle of being laid off and having to figure out how to make an income online without a job. And it turned out she was having the same struggle too. And at the time, I didn't even have 100 followers. I've been there for 60 days now, and I've gone from 0 to about 1,500 subscribers organically with no ads at all. And that growth has come from just sharing my genuine experience and how I'm doing things. And you can do the very same. It's about using your story to build a business. You have so much more to offer than you realize. You tell me what you've done in your life. I don't care whether you went to college. I don't care whether you had a professional job. If you were a janitor your whole life, I can show you how you can monetize that into your story that people would want to read and listen to. Like most people, I'm hungry for connection and depth. I want to know about your struggles. I want to know that even if you had bad things happen to you, or even if you did bad things, that there's hope. We've all done bad things and things that we deeply regret and we're sorry for. How much do you think that you could help other people if you were honest about that and really came alongside somebody else who's struggling with it now? We all tend to think that we're alone in the world, but we aren't. The things that you're struggling with are the same things that everyone else is struggling with. And that's why I started this channel. because I knew that if it was taking me this long to try to make an income, if I couldn't find a job after 2 years, that surely there had to be other people my age that were having the same problem. Drop your dirty little secret in the comments and I'll tell you how you can monetize it. If you're interested in getting started on Substack and using it to start building online streams of income like I have, I'll be holding a workshop this coming Wednesday at noon Central Time. I'll put a link in the description box below and in the pinned comment so that you can download the resources and follow along during the workshop. There is no one else who has ever lived your life or will live it again. You are unique. In the past, our ancestors used to sit around the fire and share stories with one another. And the stories got passed down through the tribe and to your descendants and their descendants. But somewhere along the way, we lost that. But on Substack, we're reclaiming it. I look at Substack as a part of my legacy, something that I can leave my children, my grandchildren, and maybe even beyond, to know what life was really like in America back in the 1970s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, before things started to change. I share so many parts of my life that have wound up helping other people that it quickly became one of the most joyous things I've ever done. And the fact that I get paid for it, it blows my mind. Your story matters. We matter. Go to the link in the description box below to download the resources for my free Substack workshop that I'm going to be holding on Wednesday, where I'll show you how to set up a Substack account and how to get started writing your own story and turning your lived experience into income. I'm Solo Shannon, and we'll talk again soon. Bye, y'all.